guys, it is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, I just wanted to come and talk to you guys, share with you guys. Of course, God wants me to share. I'm sharing. I've been doing a lot of sharing lately, in case you haven't noticed. But yeah, I was talking to God the other day, and God wanted me to share it, of course, on my platform, and I pray that it may help someone else. I have been talking to God about dealing with disappointment, dealing with disappointment when people let you down, situations let you down, just dealing with disappointment all around, the whole disappointment situation. And I have my notes here, of course. And yeah, I was just talking to God about it, dealing with disappointment. I mean, we all have dealt with disappointment in our lives. And I was talking to God about, dealing with disappointment. I was really disappointed, on my, still on this journey. I was talking to God about when I found out, that I had stage 2 breast cancer. And of course, if you guys have been watching, thank you for supporting my journey. And of course, if you guys have been here from day one, when I found out, that I had stage 2 breast cancer, I was disappointed. I was disappointed when I found that out, of course. But I was really disappointed in, people, in man, people that I thought was going to be there for me, they weren't. And I'm sure we all have experienced that, where you thought somebody was going to be there for you, but they weren't. Yeah, that was something I was dealing with too, along this cancer journey. That's something that I had dealt with early, and I thank God for getting me through that early, dealing with the disappointment of people. I mean, we all know that man will let you down. We all know people let us down. We all know that. But this was something that I learned early, in my journey, that I'm talking the cancer journey. When I found out, people who I thought were going to be there for me, they weren't. A lot of the people that I thought, let me just say this. Let me just clear it up, because I have family and friends that watch my channel. So let me just clear that up. So some family was there and some wasn't. Some family that I thought would be there for me wasn't. Some friends were there, some weren't. Some friends that I thought were going to be there weren't. So, and when you're talking cancer, it's not easy for everybody. It's not easy for everybody. And it does, make some people shy away from you, pull away from you. So, I tried to be understanding of that as well. I mean, I'm talking people that, that I was close to, like I'm not talking about a stranger. I mean, we don't really expect strangers, and that's one thing I have to say. My YouTube family, has been there for a lot of people on my platform. That's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, across all of my platforms. A lot of people who don't even know me, never met me a day in their lives, but have been my followers, my subscribers, and everything. And a lot of them have been there for me more than a lot of my family and friends have. Now, one thing I want to clear up, my mother has been there from day one. I just want to say that. My mother has always been there for me. She had went to every chemo. You guys know. Y'all know. I have shared it on my platform before. I have thanked my mother a million times. She has been there from day one. She has been the true definition of a mother. And I definitely, that's how I am about my children. So, I don't need nobody trying to take this video and take it all out of text. I'm just not going to the specifics of who were there and who wasn't there. Not getting into all that. I'm just talking about just dealing with disappointment and just sharing, my walk, sharing my experience. Like I said, family and friends, people who I thought were going to be there weren't. And it was disappointing. It was very disappointing. And, it was enough dealing with all the appointments, chemo, radiation. It was enough dealing with all that, And like I said, people who I thought was going to be there weren't. Looking down at my notes, I thought certain people already said that. I prayed to God because I was hurt. I was hurt. And God had to help me understand that everybody ain't gonna be there. That's just the way it is. A lot of times we like to sugarcoat it, and be like, oh, no. Sometimes you just gotta rip that band-aid off, as they say. You just gotta rip it off. And God said, okay. I mean, I went to God crying about it. I'm like, God, I thought so and so and so was gonna be. And you know what God said? God said, no, they not. God said, no, they not. No, they not. No, he not. No, she not. Nope. God said, I am here. I am here. He said, I'm here. I said, yeah, God, that's true. He said, I'm going to always be here. I said, yeah, God, I know that's true. But still, God, that's how we do. That's what we do. Y'all know that's what we do. That's what we do. And God helped me. He helped me. He helped me heal from the disappointment. And we have to know that we can't put our trust in man. We have to trust God. And you know what? As long as God is there, at the end of the day, honestly, I'm just going to rip the band-aid off. As long as God is there, that's all that matters. That's just the truth. As long as God is there, that's all that matters. Nobody else. I thank God my mom was there. I really do. I really do thank God for that. I thank God for her being there, and of course my kids and, my sister. You guys know I have shared that on my platform a million times about, people who were right there. I thank God, and God said, be thankful for the ones who are here. Don't focus on who ain't here. Focus on who is here. Focus on the ones that are here. And I say, you know what, God, you're right. My mother was more than enough. She went to every chemo. My oldest daughter was always there, taking me to appointments, picking me up from chemo when she got off of work. As soon as she got off of work, she had to pick me up from chemo. I'm telling you, my mother was there from day one, y'all know. And my sister giving up her life to come and be with me and take care of me and make sure I'm okay and make sure I got to appointments and make sure me and my kids were all right. My sister taking my daughter to school in the morning. Like, I'm telling you, God said, be thankful for who I have put in place. Because a lot of times we want certain people to be around, but God don't want them around. He don't want them around. I'm not saying they're bad people, but God puts who he wants in place. And God said, just focus on who I have here. Those are the people that I need around you. Don't worry about who else who ain't there. Don't worry about none of them. And there were other family and friends there for me. I'm not going to all those names, but like God said, the people who he wanted to be there were there. God said, just focus on that. Just focus on that. God said, I'm here, and the people who I got around you, that's who you need. And you know what? A lot of times we be wanting certain people around, and God said, nah, because they not for right now. They not for right now. They not for this journey. They not for where you're going right now. So we got to leave them aside, push them to the side, put them to the back, or just clearly walk away from a lot of them. That's just how it is. That's just life. Life be lifing. That's how it is. So I wanted to come and share that, dealing with disappointment, trusting God to help you get through it. When somebody disappoints you, when the situation disappoints you, when you think something's going to go one way and it doesn't go one way, dealing with disappointment of not getting a job you want, or losing a job, or losing a home, just disappointment all around. Know that God is there. Trust God to be there for you. And that's what I did. I prayed and I said, God, be here for me, God. I know you're here with me, God. I trust you, God. And all the disappointments and all the letdowns and all that, God said, just focus on me. Just focus on me and who I have around you. Who you have around you is all you need. Don't be mad at people who weren't there. Don't be mad at those who didn't call, because I was. He said, don't. And I had to let that go. I had to let that go. Because that was a part of my journey, healing and stuff and getting where I needed to be. I didn't want to be stressing myself out, stressing my health out. I was already dealing with enough. I'm already dealing with enough. So I didn't want to stress myself out, make it any worse than what it was. So let me make sure I said everything that was on my notes. So yeah, God will be there. God will always be there for you. He will always be there for you. And God is always here for you. And one thing I always like to do at the end of my videos, I like to make sure I reiterate to you, if you don't have a relationship with Christ, get one, because there's so much going on in the world. To be out here alone with no covering is unthinkable for me. Unthinkable for me. So if you don't have a relationship with God, get one. If you do, great. get a closer one with God. God loves you. I love you in a godly way. This is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You know, God has been getting on me about my other channel, how I upload a video every day over there, whether it's a video or a short, something I'm uploading over there every day. And God had been getting on me about, you know, your spiritual channel. You don't upload every day. You only do on Sundays. God said, no, no, no. God said, I come first. God said, I'm not second. God said, I'm the first channel. There's no second. So God had to get on me about that. And he did. So, of course, I'm doing what God's calling me to do, guys. Doing what he's doing, sharing, ministering, sharing my life, you know, with people, you know, letting people in on what God's talking to me about, what God's been dealing with me about. And if God, you know, allows me to share visions and things that he's showing me, I will do that. If not, then I won't. Everything ain't for everybody. So I thank God for his love, his protection. And I just thank you guys once again for watching. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Your love and your support means everything to me. And a lot of you guys, you know, we only know each other through the internet, but I've gotten to know a lot of you, gotten close to a lot of you. And I want you guys to keep my friend, my #1 YouTuber. You guys know I always talk about her, Miss Alonda. She was the first subscriber to my channel, and y'all know that is my friend. She's become my bestie. Keep her family in prayer. You know, just keep her in prayer. I know y'all haven't been seeing her in the comments, but just keep Miss Alonda and her family in prayer, guys. And Miss Alonda, whenever you see this, know that I love you and I'm praying for your family, you know, and I just told everybody else to pray for you and your family. Alright, guys, this is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media at Arika Misha. And don't forget, guys, knowledge is power. Thanks, guys.